Hello YouTuber, welcome to another episode of Study at Amar Class. Today we are going to discuss about a poem, Sea Fever by John Masefield. Actually, we are going to discuss about 3 questions from Sea Fever, and they are: 1. Justify the title of the poem. Number 2. Give a brief outline or substance of the poem. And number 3. Why does the poet want to go back to the sea again? These 3 questions are very common, and here are the answers. Justify the title of the poem. John Masefield's Sea Fever is a poem of longing of a mariner for the sea life. The word fever has 2 meanings. One is a kind of sickness and the other is excitement. In this poem, it seems that the poet has used the word fever to show the excitement and extreme longing of the mariner to return to the sea life. The speaker seems to feel powerless against his sea fever as he repeats the phrase, "I must go down to the seas again," over and over at the beginning of every stanza. He can only recognize his desire to steer his own ship in the grey mist of the morning on the sea, to feel the pull of the tides and hear the seagulls crying, to hear a happy tale told by a fellow seaman. His fever is all consuming. In just 2 words, the entire subject of the poem is beautifully brought out. Therefore, the title of the poem is completely justified. Let us go to the next question. Give a brief outline or substance of the poem. John Masefield went to sea at the age of 15 on a large sailing ship. His experiences aboard the ship provided him the raw material that made him famous as a sea poet. In 1902, he published a collection of sea poems entitled Salt-Water Ballads, in which sea fever appeared. Now, the substance. The first portion, John Masefield went to sea at the age of 15, etc., is the introduction of this question. And now the substance. In the poem Sea Fever, the poet John Masefield expresses his strong desire to go back to the sea, as the alluring call of the sea cannot be ignored. The poem portrays the eternal wanderlust of the human beings. He only needs a tall and hardy ship to sail in the sea and a star to guide it in the darkness. Steering the wheel and with his ship's sails stirring, he will go exploring the uncharted and misty sea. He wants to see the foamy waves and listen to the cry of the seagulls. The last stanza gives importance to the poet's desire for a life of vagrant gypsy and company of a jolly co-rover. The poem ends in his desire for a quiet sleep after a long trek. There are few words that you have to understand, and let us start from vagrant gypsy, and then let us take trick. All these words will be explained in the next video. Now let us go to the question number 3. Why does the poet want to go back to the sea again? Sea Fever is a fantastic sea poem. It is all about intense desire of the speaker to return to the sea, which is key to his identity and life. From the very first line of this poem, the longing that the speaker has to return to the sea is reflected in the title Sea Fever. The mariner's love for the sea is an obsession for him that makes it impossible for him to live inland for too much time. So he says, I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky, ... His longing to sail out and live the vagrant gypsy life by himself with nothing but a sheep and the various animals and birds that are found on the sea are expressed throughout the poem. The speaker is obviously unsatisfied with his life on shore and finds something irresistibly attractive and romantic about the life of a sailor. Note how it is described: to the gull's way and the whale's way, where the wind's like a whetted knife. The beauty, thrill, and excitement that is evoked in such lines makes it clear how attractive the sea is to the speaker and why he wishes to return there. Well, in the next video we will discuss about a few specific expressions like vagrant gypsy life, like in the previous answer, say trick, quiet sleep after a long trick in the last line. I think you should wait for the next video for a clear-cut explanation of these phrases. Thank you for watching this video. Till the next video. Bye.